This nigga members only podcast. You want some clout, man? Then you supposed to be one of the guys.
Brush, I apply the brush, brush, I apply the brush, I apply the brush, yeah, brush, I apply the brush.
All right, so you spoke of one of his recent endeavors, which is the 414 movement. Could you explain that a little bit?
That's another branch of disciples that he's trying to get off the ground. And he's gone through the South and he's tricked or misled or manipulated a lot of brothers and sisters down there with the lies. But if people are not paying attention to it, man, on what he's doing, excuse me, may rest in peace, Mr. Boxdale. Dirk's whole premise is to dismantle anything that Larry has ever done, bro. That's his whole premise, man. That's why he put out the rumor about raping Don Smokey. You know why he put that rumor out?
Right.
Because what was going on in Stateville. How Don Smokey was standing on his neck in Stateville. How Don Bo Dilly, that they were standing on his neck. So he gonna say whatever he can say to disparage anybody, bro. But the people are not paying attention to what's going on. He's a snake oil salesman.
So are you saying that he started a rumor saying that he did some things to another man?
Yes. After he already in prison for rape. Now he already in prison for rape now. But then he had started a rumor, put out a false rumor. He came back and cleaned the rumor up saying that he was just trying to, get disparage the brother. But the brother's in his grave. And you put this false rumor out. But I hold the person that did the interview more at fault than Dirkie. I hold that person because we have these YouTubers out here and they'll putting these people up on a platform, but then they gonna call themselves getting in their journalistic mindset. But when you get somebody on here disrespecting the peoples that you are allegedly following or have followed, and that you say you have love and admiration for, mind you, Mr. Hoover is no longer part of no organization.
Right.
All right. But we have a lot of peoples out here that say they still believe and trust in Mr. Hoover and they trust in his vision. I'm one of, but I stand for him and I'm gonna speak for him. I'm not gonna let nobody disparage his name. But then it's a lot of people out here that say they stand, that they love and care about this man. They want him home, but they won't even raise their voice for him, bro. He gave Dirk a platform and didn't correct none of that garbage. That was the main. I had just come home from prison. I was fresh out. I couldn't have been home no more than maybe a month or so. I was fresh out of prison. And I didn't know what was going on out here because I had been gone 13 years. So I didn't know what was going on. And somebody asked me to watch the video. And that's what started me on this quest. I'm like, oh, no, I ain't going for that. And I start coming at him, coming at the YouTube, shooting him down, telling him he wrong. Because you don't allow nobody to come on there and disrespect you. Because if they disrespecting Larry, they disrespecting you. Because you say you are following in his positive and productive vision. If you following in this man's positive and productive vision, you're not going to allow nobody to disrespect him. Period. Right. Regardless if he's a part or not. You're not. And I'm not going to do it.
Right, but really, can you blame a guy because the history, it ain't that foggy if you got that book right there. It tells you the history right there. But when you do have people like Dirkie that's getting out here and he's trying to form his own organization, coming out with all type of literature and stuff like that, it's a real deal movement that's been televised, and we sitting there watching this. That's the crazy part.
And we're watching it. And we're looking at it and we're saying, oh man, everybody know Dirkie lying. But you only focus on your small block. I'm gonna call Chicago a block. That's all you focusing on. That small little area. They not leaving Chicago. They're not going around the country seeing what's going on. I communicate with these brothers and sisters around the corner, around the country. I be going to events. I come out. I'm not no YouTuber that just stays in no house, man. I'm not in no house. I'm not no YouTuber. I'm on YouTube, but I'm not no YouTuber. Man, I live this here, bro. This is my life.
Right.
I'm teaching for real. Now, let me say this here. You have many people who will come out and talk. When I get to talking about Durkee and I get to talking about other things that's concerning this type of stuff, you don't have many people. Oh man, he's a liar, man. He's saying this, he's saying that. But when I'm teaching the blueprint, I'm teaching politics, I'm teaching education, I'm teaching social development, I'm teaching about economics. I don't hear none of them. Where they at? I get the detractors. But when I'm out here teaching the blueprint and I'm teaching them about life, I'm teaching them literature and everything, no distractors. Because they are the ones that's sitting behind their phones and typing and tweeting and all this. So when I'm breaking down this black and white, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna get somewhere. They're gonna get somewhere because they can't stand on that. And then you know what they use, bro? And I'm sick of this stuff, man, about the Chicago stuff, man. And let me break this down, bro. Chicago, yes, everything started in Chicago. All the organizations that comes out of that city started in that city. But we are an arrogant group of peoples, man. And we're arrogant because we think if it don't come out of Chicago, that the rest of these men and women across the country, we disrespect them. But those are the ones that's really living out the vision, man. Them the ones that's out there in their community. Them the ones that's get doing the social development. Those the ones that's involved in politics. Those are the ones that's building up their community economically, man. What are we doing? We standing on the fact that I'm from Chicago. But you ain't standing on nothing. You're not standing on anything. And I'm not, there's some brothers up there and there's some sisters up there and they really working. They working and I tip my hat to them. So don't think that I'm talking about I'm talking about the ones that's jumping on Facebook in these groups. And that's all they got, fake pages, and they in these groups and they causing all type of bull crap. Those are the ones that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the ones that's really out there in the trenches. They got boots on the ground.
Right. Hey, look, and that's one thing I never really liked about, my guys from Chicago, my brothers. Like we'll look down upon people from the South. I'm pretty sure that happened before the organization was even formed. Niggas from the North look down on Southern niggas. But it's like that can discourage somebody. And if you got somebody like Dirk Acklin coming down there and saying, hey, no, we want y'all to be a part of what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? And we got people will look at things like that and say, damn, man, well, it's still the same thing. Because It seems like it's the same thing. It seems like it is. It seems like he's Larry Hoover's best friend. Like he got all these amazing stories.
This is what he does, bro. He'll put a picture up of David. He'll put a picture up of Larry. And in the same time, he putting these pictures up of Larry and David. He's telling his story, but he's backhand slapping Larry. That's what he's doing. But then it takes me. I'm the look brother. I'm the look brother now. I'm 50. I'm 56. Finna be 57 next month. So you got those that's in their late 60s and 70s. They supposed to be the ones that's out here saying something, but they're not saying anything. So I have to say it. And I'm going to stand for right. I'm going to preserve our heritage. People need to get this book. They need to buy this book. And they need to study who they are. They need to study this here, bro. Straight up. I bet you they'll go buy a book dealing with an urban novel. They'll spend their money on an urban novel. But are they going to spend their money on this? This is you. This is Larry. Are you going to spend your money there? Invest in you. You got people like Charleston White say that he stole the literature, and the literature helped change his life. When we got the literature and we get it as a member of the organization, but we don't even study it. But we're quick to say, I'm from Chicago. Like that stamps you.
Right.
But then when you do get people that's from Chicago, you know what they do? They go to other states in the South or out West or over East, and they bring bull crap information, and they get people to start following this stuff. Straight lies. Yeah, man, I was such and such and such up in the city, and I was such and such and such, and this is how this happened. And all the time he lying to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they don't know nothing.
All right, so the Black Disciples came into popularity around the time that Chief Keef came out. Lil Durk, you know, those are the most famous Black Disciples. And from what I heard, they may be out here getting people to join particular movements, and that seems exactly what Dirk is doing. Do you think that he is gaining momentum off of the fame of Lil Durk, Chief Keef, so on and so forth?
I can't say that. I can't say that because they young brothers, man. Dirk been doing this for decades. Dirk ain't just started that. Dirk ain't just started doing what he doing. These young men out here, these young brothers, Dirk and Chief Keef and all the rest of these young brothers, man, whether they the Rugas, the King Yellows, are they young brothers, man? They are young brothers. So it ain't Dirk jumping on their bandwagon. No, Dirk been doing this. Dirk just figured out with the people that are around him. Dirk figured out how to use social media. That's what Dirk done. While our originals stays away. So if people never see you, they never hear you, they see Dirky and they hear Dirky, who are they more amped to follow?
Right.
If you're attacking your younger brothers, if you're an older brother and you're attacking your younger brother, and one thing you ain't gonna see me out here doing, have you seen me attack any young brother?
No, sir.
Because I'm trying to teach them. I'm not going to attack them. I'm not attacking them. I'm teaching them because these are my young brothers. I'm passing on what was given to me. I'm passing them down to them. But what we do, we see our older brothers attacking, trying to preserve their place in history. Your place in history is already solidified. Allow us to carry it forward.
Right. Hey, who would you like to see telling Larry's story if, you know, because he can't tell his own story? So who are those OGs that you would like to see? I want you to call out some names now.
This nigga members only podcast. You want some clout, gang? Then you supposed to be one of the guys.
I apply the pressure. I apply the pressure. I apply the pressure. Yeah, pressure. I apply the pressure.